Good afternoon, people.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to Scotland, on top of a cliff. The weather's terrible, isn't it, Mazzy, today?
It sure is, but I like it.
Very windy.
Yeah.
And a lot of heavy showers. So we've decided to stay in today, haven't we?
Yes.
And we're going to give you something a bit different.
Yep.
Our top 10 reasons to visit Scotland. And we're going to do this in order, aren't we, Mazzy?
In order, yes.
So, from number 10, we will count down to number 1.
To our favourite.
To our favourite. Number 10 is food and drink.
Yes.
We do like to come to Scotland for the food and drink. Now, in Scotland it's very well known for its Scottish salmon, for its Angus beef, haggis obviously. What is our favourite, Mazzy?
Yeah, we already know our favourites, don't we? My number one favourite is got to be the Scottish tablet, the fudge. I'm
Scottish
addicted
tablet.
to it. It's beautiful.
We're up to like 3 blocks of tablet per day at the moment. Can't be good for your teeth.
No,
It's
no.
not some. It's a bit sickly for me, I think, but you absolutely love it,
I
don't
love
you?
it. Let me just say my second option.
Yeah.
They're Scottish baps. They're like just like morning bread rolls, but for some reason they are the best.
You can't beat a good bap.
You can't. I do like their baps.
For me, I do like the haggis.
Yep.
I've got a thing for the haggis. Not in large amounts, not all the time, but just now and again. Like yesterday, I had chicken stuffed with haggis. It was
yes.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I do like it now and again, which is strange because the first time I ever had a haggis, I was sick.
Oh, I remember that actually. Yes.
It was bonfire night.
On one of your old videos.
And yeah, I was sick. Violently. But anyway, I do love the haggis, but my all-time favourite is the square sausage.
Yeah.
Why the rest of the world are not making square sausages, I will never know. It's the best food invention of all time. It doesn't slide out of your bread. It just lies there. It's spot on. I think they call them loin. Is it loin sausages?
Loin. Yeah.
Absolutely love them. So, food and drink. We do like to come for us food and drink.
And moving on to number 9. The people.
The Scottish people.
We love them.
It's a good job that we do like them because they're all over Scotland, aren't they? Can't go anywhere without Scottish people being here.
So friendly, absolutely so friendly, aren't they?
They'll bend over backwards and do anything for you.
Yeah.
Absolutely love the accent.
You love the accent, don't you?
I adore the Scottish accent.
Yeah. But it's hard to understand sometimes. If it is really strong accent, I struggle.
It's
but...
the only accent I can actually do an impression of.
Can you? Go on then.
No.
Oh, go on.
No, I can't think of anything to say at the moment. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do the Scottish
Put the
accent.
square sausage on me, love. Me wee love.
They
Go
won't
on.
say love in Scotland.
Wouldn't they?
No, I'm not doing the accent. But I love the accent. I love the people. They are quite serious, are the Scottish. I think they'll admit that. They're a serious nation. But that doesn't mean they're not friendly, you know?
Yeah.
Really nice.
Really nice.
I say serious. What's the word I'm looking for? Sensible. That's a better word for it. I'd say they're very sensible. They've got their head screwed on. So, people and the accents. Number 8, the islands. Not the Highlands or Ireland. The islands. You know the bits what have got water around them?
That are broken off from Scotland and they're like gone outwards.
We've only been to 2, but we absolutely love them.
Yeah.
And there's thousands and thousands and thousands of them, and we want to go to them all, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
So hopefully next year we will get the chance to go to some more.
Yeah.
That's the plan, because there's a lot of history on them as well, which I'd like to see. So the ones, you know, you've got, I think, Shetlands, Orkneys, I don't know, there's loads of them. But we've only been to 2, which ones?
We've been to Mole and we've been to Skye.
I think we've been to Skye a few times.
Have we?
Well, I've definitely been 3 or 4 times.
Oh gosh.
I think you've been twice.
Yeah, right, okay, I don't remember.
Last time we were there, it was 100-mile-an-hour winds.
Oh,
That was
yes, that was scary. That was fun though.
Yeah, we went to Skye, and then we went to Mull, and then we went back to Skye. This is within 2 years.
Right.
So which was your favourite?
So my favourite, for me, definitely Mull, the Isle of Mull.
Mull.
Yeah.
The scenery in Mull was amazing, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
absolutely.
You know, Skye's beautiful, but Mull, I don't know, just stunning scenery. And one of your favourite places, what was that?
Balamory.
Balamory,
or something. Tobermory is what it was called.
I think that was on
Yeah.
Mull. Yeah, loved Mull to bits.
I think with Mull, it was more sort of mountainy,
Yes.
mountain rangey.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
you could be
agree.
just driving down the road and you'll just see random waterfalls coming down the side and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
You go around the corner and wow. You
Yeah,
know, it's that kind
it was
of feeling,
constantly
isn't it?
wow. Yeah, the wow factor.
So Ireland, Skye itself, I think certainly this year, I think it's just getting a bit too overpopulated with tourists. Certainly this year, I've heard bad stories this year. It just can't cope with the amount of people going. But
Yeah.
Mull for us, and we want to do a lot more, don't we?
Absolutely, yeah.
The Scottish Islands.
And number 7, the prices.
Scottish prices. Yes!
Get in.
You know, we're comparing it to like London, for example. The prices up here are so much cheaper for everything,
Yeah.
for a start. You take campsites, we were paying £35 a night down in England. £17 to £25 up here we've been
Yeah,
paying.
a
I know
lot
it's out of
cheaper.
season, but it's
Yeah.
a lot cheaper up here. And you can have a day out without spending too much money, can't you?
Even just going for a meal, etc. I feel a lot of places are a lot cheaper still, aren't they?
It's the kind of place, like, when we were in England, I was watching the bank balance. Up here, I knew we wouldn't spend as much money because you
Yeah.
just don't need as much money. So definitely the prices up here, and free things to do as well.
Yeah, you can come to Scotland and there's an awful lot on your doorstep that you can just do, and it's free. You know, you don't have to spend money to come to Scotland, do you?
If you like walking or biking, mountaineering, fishing,
Yeah.
things like that, there's loads and loads to do for
Yeah.
free. We're nearly halfway there already. Number 6, myths and legends. As you know on this channel, I like to tell me stories. I like stories. You like listening to me stories.
I love the myths and legends, and Scotland has a lot of them, haven't they?
I don't know any other country in the world who has more myths and legends. Maybe Ireland,
Yeah.
but Scotland is up there with them. You know, got to start with the main one everyone knows, the Loch Ness Monster.
Yay!
But is it a myth or a legend, or is it real?
It's real. Of course it is.
You've got like Fingal, you know, Fingal, who the giant off the Isle of Skye who made the path, and he came over and had a big fight with an
Yeah.
Irishman. So I don't know. Fingal, Robert the Bruce and the Spider, just a few to mention, but every castle has its own legend as well, it seems to be.
Yeah.
So wherever you go, if you've got the time to look it up, look in the books, look on the internet, it just makes it a bit more enjoyable than just turning up
Yeah.
at a spot. It might even just be a hill, but I can guarantee there's been a big fight with two big giants on there at some point.
And the devil himself was stamped on the ground or something, or threw a rock.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, as I say, you need the time to find these myths and legends, but they're fantastic.
It's like, it brings me on to like they have a lot of like kind of, I don't know what's the word, is it rituals? Like you might go somewhere to like a well, and and a lot of them, like here in Scotland, you might have to like turn around 3 times, touch your head, and then run to the gate or something.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. That's quite fun as well, isn't it? Does that come under the same thing?
Yeah, it's
Does it?
same kind of thing, yeah. I don't know if it's just because the Scottish are good storytellers. I don't
Good
know.
liars.
Or good layers.
Yeah.
But yeah, we love that side of us trip.
Yeah. And moving on to number 5. The wildlife here.
Scottish wildlife.
Amazing.
There's things up here you won't see down there or over there or around the back. I've just made a quick list here of things you will see. Deer, Highland cows, dolphins, whales, seals, red squirrels, eagles, wildcats and pine martens. Now, the Highland cow.
That's your favourite, isn't it?
I think the Highland cow is my favourite animal in the world.
Yeah.
It is just the most beautiful beast.
That's got to be a mission for you on this particular trip, to get another selfie with it, but get a little bit closer this time.
Well, I'll tell you what, there is actually a tour you can go on around here.
Oh.
It's like a farm, and they
Right.
have Highland cows, and you can go right up to them and probably stroke them, I'm not sure.
We haven't actually technically seen Highland cows yet. And for me, I
well,
don't...
we're not in the Highlands.
No, but for me, I don't feel like I'm in Scotland properly yet until I see some, but...
But yeah, I have had a selfie with a Highland cow before, and it was
Yeah.
something I'll never forget. Love them. And just on the beaches, it's nice to see the seals and the dolphins.
Yeah, we've been on a particular trip before. Went dolphin watching.
Yeah.
Not on a trip. I remember we'd seen the dolphins,
Yeah.
hadn't we?
Yeah.
Can I just say one of my favourites is the salmon. I love the salmon. Like come September, we went somewhere once before on a previous trip at a waterfall. You can see them jumping all up the river
Yeah.
and stuff. To me, that's brilliant.
It's
I
always
love
nice.
that.
And there's a few which we haven't seen. Well, wild cats.
Yeah.
I thought I saw one once
Uh-huh.
on my own on a previous trip. And you think you might have seen a pine marten once.
On a previous trip, and we had the discussion. You were like, "Oh, it's just a squirrel." It wasn't, and I searched for ages to try and figure out what I'd seen.
Can you see it?
I think it was.
I'm guessing that is one.
Yeah.
I'm just looking on the internet at the moment.
I think it was definitely.
I'd love
that.
to see one of them. Love to. So yeah, the wildlife. Obviously, you do get like red squirrels in England and stuff like that, and dolphins and things, but you just seem to get a good mixture of everything up here.
Yeah.
Number 4, the weather. Most people wouldn't come to Scotland for the weather. We do.
We do. For me personally, this should be higher up the list. Definitely number 1.
It's incredible. It really is. Just now.
You can experience 2 or 3 different seasons in one day.
Well, there is a say. I don't know who said it. Some wise Scottish man once said it, a poet
Yeah.
or something. Once said, "Give me 10 minutes of your time, any 10 minutes you want in Scotland, and I'll show you every single kind of weather there is." Something like that.
Yeah.
And it is. This morning we've had gale force winds throwing
Yeah.
over our heavy chair.
Yeah.
We've had big downpours just 20 minutes ago, and we've just been out for a coffee, and it was no wind
Mild. No.
with full sun.
Yeah, it's very strange.
It's incredible.
But with that though, it gives you the most beautiful rainbows.
Rainbows.
Yes.
The Scottish rainbows are second to none.
Yeah.
And hailstone. We've not really come across snow, have we?
I think we have on previous trips.
On the Isle of Skye we had a bit of snow, but I'm talking proper snow.
Right, yeah,
Which
okay.
Scotland's notorious for.
Yeah.
We've never had that. We've never been in summer either.
No, but we have been here and the weather has been beautiful.
Sorry, I thought there was a mark on the screen and it's just my face. Yeah, we've had beautiful weather,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
I remember I came camping in Scotland in November. I did a full month in November, and it was the most beautiful weather
Yeah.
ever. It's fantastic. So you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
We do love storms when we're indoors, don't we?
We go specifically for the weather. We love it. It's that cosy factor.
When you're in bed and you're rocking from side to
Yeah.
side from the wind, it's fantastic. We absolutely love it.
Yeah, and the rain and pitter patter on the roof.
Mm.
And number 3, castles and history.
This is why I come. This would be my number 1 really, but no, it's down to number 3. I'm happy with that. The history in Scotland.
Amazing.
Again, second to none.
Yeah.
It's incredible. From all the violent wars of the past, to the clans, to the fighting with the English, the castles, the standing stones, going right back to Metholithic, going back to Stone Age. There's just something for everyone when it comes to history up here.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the kind of place where if you're in England, you might see a church and think, oh, I might pop in there and just have a quick look around. In Scotland, every church has a story,
Yeah.
doesn't it? And
Yeah.
incredible gravestones. Just love it. You know me, I don't need to elaborate on this. Anything to do with history.
And the castles, like when you're in England, you can't just drive up the road and you know you won't see a random castle. Here you can just drive anywhere and you're guaranteed to see a ruin of at least one castle on your journey, aren't you?
It's just thousands. I'd love to know exactly how many castles there are in Scotland, because there must be at least 500. I'm going to look that up.
Okay, you've done a little bit of research.
I looked it up.
Yeah.
More than, I don't even know exactly how many, Mazzy. More than 1,500 castles in Scotland.
Wow.
Incredible. Don't get me wrong, you can get too much of it sometimes.
You can, but you, like I said, I mean, just seeing them on your trip, on your journey, it's something unusual. You don't see that generally, do you?
No, it's
so
beautiful.
It is nice.
So yeah, all history, all castles, anything like that, stone circles, anything like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it, and that is the number one reason why I come to Scotland. 2 to go.
Yeah.
So what is going to be number 1? You'll have to just hang on one more minute. Number 2, the villages, the towns, the cities.
It's the versatile of what Scotland has to offer. You do have your bigger cities, you have your quirky little villages. The towns are lovely as well, just at a nice size.
I think the beauty about it is, for me, is you haven't got all the high street shops like you get in England, where they're all the same. Don't get me wrong, you will do in the cities.
Yeah.
We've never done the cities yet together,
We
have
haven't, but that's definitely going to be on our agenda this year.
We have to try and do Glasgow, Edinburgh, Inverness I'd like to do. There's so many things we'd like to do in the cities. But as far as the towns and villages are concerned, especially on this trip, we're loving them. For example, you go down any street and, I don't know, it's like the traditional butchers. It seems like everything's run in the family for hundreds of years here.
Yeah, it's like little local businesses, etc., isn't it?
Yeah, the community shops.
Oh, yes.
You know, they're only charity shops, but because they call it community shops, we love it.
And when it does come to like the little villages and the small towns, the community feel itself in there is just overwhelming, because you don't generally feel that in your own hometown back home, do you?
No. One thing you find in England, you know, when you go back to the 60s, everybody knew everyone up each street and you'd talk to everybody. That's gone in England. You just don't get that anymore. Up here, it's still a big thing. Everybody knows each other, they all say hello as they're walking past. So, yeah. And on top of that, you'll tend to find there's usually a stream or something running through every village.
Yeah.
You know, they're all very, very picturesque up here. Right, number 1, Mazzy.
Number 1.
Are you ready for number 1? As I said, my number 1 would have been castles and history. Mazzy's would have been the weather. But so we've decided, you know, this is our overall.
We had to compromise.
We compromised. So this is what we both think. Number 1, you can say it, Mazzy.
Yeah.
The main reason we like to come to Scotland is
the scenery.
The scenery. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Where was that thing I wrote down earlier? The cliffs. The jaggedy, rough cliffs. The sea, the different colours of the sea, the landscape, the hills, the mountains.
The lochs, the
lochs,
beaches.
The beaches. It's incredible. There's a bit of everything up here, isn't there?
Oh, the scenery is really what I feel anyone that comes to Scotland is looking for, isn't it?
Now, we have not done the East Coast properly.
We haven't, no.
I don't think you're going to get as good a scenery over there.
Yeah.
Nothing against you guys on the East Coast. We might be wrong.
I think for us, because we love the West Coast, that's why we've always focused on that and always gone back there.
Yeah.
What's the saying? Don't fix something that's broke.
If it's not broke,
don't fix it. That's the one.
I think when we've been away from Scotland for a year, and we're going back to Scotland, we like to go to where we love.
Yeah, exactly. We know what to expect and what's there, don't we?
Yeah. But this time we are planning on doing the whole of Scotland and going down the east.
Absolutely.
But just the scenery is amazing.
Yeah.
Just coming here the other day, we were there were a lot of hills. It was just hills.
Yeah.
Like illuminous green.
Yeah.
I've never seen such green in my life. It looked like a carpet, and I said that to you, didn't I?
Yeah.
I think the farmer must have put some new stuff in it, and it just looked like a carpet of green. It was amazing.
And we've also, with the Lochs as well, we've been to some beautiful places with the Lochs. So, I mean, it's just surreal, isn't it?
I think my favourite is the cliffs. I have to say the cliffs.
I love the coast roads for the fact that you can, because there is a lot of coast roads actually, isn't there? And you do get to see, you see everything. You can just stop as well and take it all in for a little bit. And
we have been to a few beaches which are not white beaches, but really pale,
beautiful,
with turquoise sea.
Yeah.
And now we've got the e-bikes. I'm hoping we can actually go like 10 miles where the motorhome won't fit there.
Yeah.
Park up and ride 10 miles to the isolated beaches which nobody gets to. So really look forward to that. So that is just our top 10.
Yeah.
Hope you found it useful or found it interesting. Just something a bit different because the weather was terrible when we started filming this. It is now absolutely gorgeous. We should have gone out.
It just shows the weather can change just like that. The sun is actually shining
It's
now.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Right, thanks for joining us, people.
Yeah.
We'll have a vlog up for you tomorrow, I am sure. I don't even know what day it is or what day this is going on. If it's not Sunday tomorrow, which we will be doing a live at 4 p.m, you will get a vlog tomorrow.
And also, if you have any ideas of another list kind of video that we could do, let us know in the comments down below.
Yeah. Especially to do with Scotland. I think doing things about Scotland while we're in Scotland would be good.
Or motorhomery.
Or motorhome.
Yeah.
And if there's anything on we missed off that list which you would have on that list, please put it in the comments. Let us know.
Yeah.
I'd like to know what you think. See you all later. Thanks for joining.
Take care. See you again another day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon. I feel like I wouldn't mind doing that last clip again.
Which?
The cliffs.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't feel very enthusiastic. I felt confused. Yeah, but now I look 10 times bigger than you.
You don't.
And I've got a bald forehead.
Well, I do, but not salmon.
No.
What else have you got, which is big in Scotland?
Sam said so.
So let's start with number 10. On our countdown.
No, let's start again. I can't say it's our favourite when it's number 10, can I?
Number 4. The weather. Towns and villages are concerned, especially on this trip. We're loving them.
Yeah, absolutely loving them. For us, we enjoy having that diversity of where you can forget that.